All right, so today we are going to level the sawmill. Grab a level, head out to the sawmill. I've been working on a project on the house, replacing the drip edge on the ledger board, and that's been keeping me pretty busy. I got it on video, but I don't think it's very interesting, so it's tough to put it out there. Not that leveling a sawmill is interesting, but I'll put a log on here and show you how I do it. Alright, today I'm going to level the sawmill. When I level the sawmill, I'm on kind of soft ground over here. It's not too far out. What I like to do is get a log on there, put some weight on it, and then adjust the legs. So let's get my tractor and I'll grab a log. Get this thing uncovered. So I'm gonna grab one that's kind of heavy. What do we got? I think I'll throw on that long spruce right there. Not the heaviest log, but this should be enough weight. Sawmill supposed to be able to saw up a 16-foot log. I'm thinking this one's longer than 16 feet. Let me pull the pin. I got the sawmill locked in place with the pin right there. Pull that pin and put it in there. I got the saw all the way back to it stops. And I'm gonna get a tape measure and measure the length of this lock. See how long this thing is. It's only 15 feet. So I got this jack as low as it will go, and I'll just continue to level. I got it pretty close. I would like to get it as close as I can and then fine tune it after that. So I got it real close right now, and what I'm going to do is, this is my lowest point, I'll level everything up from there.
So friends, what I mean by that's my lowest point is that jack is all the way up,
A little bit.
and that's the closest the sawmill is to the ground because I'm on a little bit of a hill there. And I got that jack as low as it can go, and the rest of the sawmill's slightly lower than it. So I'll jack those up so I'm not too high at the far end of the sawmill on that hill, if you know what I mean. So what I just did was I leveled down the near side, got that nice and level, and now I'm leveling across to the back side on that end, and then I'll go on the other side, get the other side level, and then check it at the near end to make sure that I'm still level from one side to the other and end to end.
It's just showing that that side in the middle and this end has to come up. Full turn. 2 full turns. That looks good. Looking pretty good. Perfect. Perfect, good enough. So I like to put the weight on there because the sawmill's so light. When you crank one up, it can take too much weight off of these. I like to have a little bit of weight on there to do it. I think I get a better leveling job that way. All right. So, well, I got it on there. I might as well start the sawmill up and take the bark off this thing. All right, before I start it up, I like to retension the belt.
Retension the blade is what I meant to say.
There we go. Make sure that isn't, I pull that back and forth just in case it's frozen. Because it's pretty cold out, even though I'm only wearing a t-shirt. Just in case this gets frozen from the weather, some water get in there. I want to make sure that this thing slides. That way when I engage it, I know the blade's gonna go and it's not fighting anything. Off. Oh, I left the fuel on. Turn the choke on. Bolt just fell out from the height adjustment. So I'm gonna go get a nut out of the shop, put that back on while this thing warms turn the lubrication system off, and I turn the fuel off, and I run it. Helps dry the blade off and get the fuel out of the bowl, so I don't have carburetor issues. And I'll detension the blade, clean that off, and that's how you field dress soft spruce. I ended up with a 10-inch by 9-inch by 15-foot one decorative post. Trying to pick up.
All right, friends, that's how I level up my Woodland Mills HM 130 Max. Here's a look at that knotty spruce. Thanks for watching, and I got a little clip at the end showing another project that I'm doing. Happy New Year. So I'm just gonna grab a couple tools and head up onto the deck and get the siding pulled away from the house so I can get it to drip edge. When I built the house, the drip edge I used was a cheap, thin aluminum, and it's always bothered me. It looks like crap. So I'm gonna tear the first two courses of siding off. You see these two, the bottom piece here, the paint's all flaked off. Well, the one above it looked just like it, but I repainted it recently just to see if the paint matched the original color of the house, and it matches pretty good. But because these pieces are so close to the deck, they get water damage just from the water spraying up on them all the time, and I guess it gets into the material, and when it freezes in the winter, it flakes the finish off. It never really dries all the way, I guess. So what I'm gonna do is I'll take these two courses off, replace the drip edge, and then put a trim board in called a water table. It's a fiber cement board, so what you see me doing here is I'm just breaking the end so I can pull that piece out. So you can see the drip edge now. I have a little piece of wood. It's a spacer to keep that bottom course kicked out so it's even with the other courses because of the way they overlap. Once that piece of wood is out, you'll be able to see the cheesy aluminum flashing I used. I didn't pick it out myself. It's what they sent on the delivery truck. So when I showed up to do the work that day, that's all I had, and I put it on, but really didn't care for it. I don't think it's pitched away so it holds the water. And I think that's what might have helped shorten the lifespan of those two bottom pieces. Pull these nails out right here, and then I pull the drip edge out, and you can see, I mean, it's like paper. It's not that thick at all. I'll do a little cleanup, take the toe kick out from the slider, and just a little glimpse of what I got going on up at the house. I'm gonna go along the back of the deck here and then down the side of the house where the other slider is, and that will be it for that project. But I got some video on it. I'll probably put together a little YouTube clip and get it out there so you guys can see exactly what I did.